here's the announcement for WOD 4, walking with a wounded throwdown. Okay, what we've got is a 10-minute AMRAP. Okay, we've got 50 wall ball. Recommended weight for the men is 10 kilos, 6 kilos for the women, so pretty standard. 40 deadlifts, 60 and 40. 30 box jump overs, 24 and 20. 20 toes to bar. And then when you get to the muscle ups, you're going to have an option. You can either do 10 muscle ups or 30 pull ups. Okay, the muscle up heights are going to be set at 88 inches for the men, 82 inches for the women, so the same standard as a regional. Okay, now what you must bear in mind when you get down to this last exercise, that one muscle up will trump anyone who does pull-ups. Okay, so if person A gets 141 reps, i.e. one muscle up, person B gets 162 reps, okay, person A with the one muscle up will beat that score, okay? So obviously the reason the pull-ups are in there is to keep everyone moving rather than just standing at the bottom of the rings looking at them, okay? But what you must bear in mind is that any muscle-ups will be anyone who's doing pull-ups, okay? Because obviously that's the recommended, the standard. Any questions on that will be explained on the day, but hopefully that makes sense, okay? Right, let's go have a look at the standards for the WOD. Just go into the other gym a minute. Jarrett, you ready? Okay. Standards for wall ball. Pretty straightforward, okay? Obviously decrease the hip below the knee, like every time we squat. And the men are going to be required to get into the red. Okay, so there must be some red showing underneath the ball. Okay, now turn yourself into a woman, Jarrett. Shouldn't be too hard. And now just go to the black. Perfect. Women are going to be in there, okay? That's perfect. So it's going to be basically 10 foot and 11 foot. Okay? No, I'm lying. 9 foot and 11 foot. Okay, deadlifts. Okay, real simple. Bar starts on the floor. Okay, at the top of the movement, shoulders are going to be behind the bar, hips and knees locked out. Every rep comes back down to the floor. There and there. You don't really need to spend too much time talking about the deadlifts. Fairly straightforward. Box jump overs. Okay. From one side of the box to the other. That's 2, 3. Good. What you can't do is touch the box with any objects apart from your feet, so you can't go over with your hands as well. So you can't kind of bonnie up over. On the top of the box, both feet must be on top of the box, so you can't have just one leg touch. Do one where you just kind of skip over it. Yeah, so that won't count, and obviously you can't walk around the box, all right? Okay, toes to bar. Again, we're going to explain all these standards on the day, guys. I know we're going through these fairly quickly. Okay, toes to bar. We all know toes to bar. Both feet make contact with the bar, and then side on, his feet must come behind the bar. So you see how his feet are coming behind, and then both feet make contact with the bar at the same time, inside his hands. All right, so again, real straightforward. We will cover these again on the day. Muscle ups. May just do the whole WOD, didn't you, Joe?
Might as well. There we go.
Okay, so muscle ups. Okay, full hang.
Don't miss it now.
Yeah, you better make sure you nail this. Okay, so arms straight at the bottom, full lockout at the top. Okay, so there must be a straight arm at some point at the bottom. So what you can you do this where you kind of come up, choke, hold a hang, and then like choke up. So
just do what I do.
Not quite what I was after, but do you know what I mean? No. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, but anyway, but basically as long as you've got a straight arm, okay, underneath the rings and your feet aren't in contact with the floor, you can then choke up and go from like a partial range of motion. That's absolutely fine. But again, any questions on that, we'll go through them on the day. Okay, perfect. Okay, pull-ups. For those that are doing pull-ups, normal standard. Okay, obviously a full hang at the bottom and then chin over the bar. You can do strict, you can do kipping, you can do butterfly. Okay, as long as that straight arm at the bottom is hit, chin goes over the bar, that's all that's required. Awesome. Cheers, Jarrett.